Hello, conscious collaborators. When I was talking about the law of polarity, I mentioned the Kybalion or Doreen Virtue's take on the Kybalion. I wanted to let you guys know where I first had heard about it from. And so I'm going to play Doreen Virtue's interpretation of the Kybalion. She lists seven sacred secrets of manifestation, and this is her interpretation of the Kybalion. This book is still in print as far as I know. There are copies in Amazon, and I will link it down below. As far as I know, there are actually 12 laws. She goes into seven of these laws of the universe, but it's my understanding that there are 12 laws. If anyone else knows of more laws, please link them down below. This is a collaboration. That's why we are conscious collaborators. And if you want me to go into depth or more detail of these laws, I can. The law of vibration, the law of attraction. And before I continue, these 12 laws I actually learned from The Universe Delivers Twice. I think that's the name of it. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. The Universe Always Delivers Twice. Manifesting with Energy and the Law of Attraction, a guide for magic and miracle making. And I will put that in the link down below as well as the Kybalion. And if you want to join the Life is Sweet challenge, it's ongoing still. You are welcome anytime. And I've gotten great feedback from it. People's lives are shifting. And we are taking these laws and applying them daily in our lives. Okay. So the third law, if you'll remember, the first two are the law of vibration, the law of attraction, the law of inspired action is the third one, the law of divine oneness, the law of correspondence, the law of cause and effect, the law of compensation, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, the law of relativity, the law of polarity, the law of rhythm, and the law of gender. The seven laws that Doreen Virtue is going to cover are the laws, or excuse me, she calls them principles, and it's the principle of mentalism, the principle of correspondence, the principle of vibration, which definitely is an overlap, the principles of polarity, and they actually all overlap because there's more in that other book. The principle of rhythm, the principle of cause and effect, and the principle of gender. I hope this is helpful for you. I'm going to go ahead and play her production, and then at the end, I will give you how I rated this book. And it's going to be really brief though, because I don't want this to be a long video. So wherever you're at in the world, enjoy, and I hope to talk to you later. Bye.
You have magical abilities that are inherent, inborn, and God-given. Since you are made in the image and likeness of the Creator, it makes sense that you have creative abilities and divine power. One of your life's purposes is to learn how to harness your gifts into loving and positive action. Through meditating upon the seven sacred Hermetic secrets as taught in the classic Hermetic text, the Kybalion, you'll gain a deeper understanding of these essential principles. Like exercising any muscle, Your manifestation abilities become stronger as you listen to this CD and as you put your natural divine magical abilities into practice. The Kybalion says, "The principles of truth are 7. He who knows these understandingly possesses the magic key before whose touch all the doors of the temple fly open." The first of the 7 Hermetic principles is the principle of mentalism. The axiom, "the all is mind, the universe is mental," means that the underlying reality of the universe is mind and the universe itself is mental and existing in the mind of the all. If the universe is mental in nature, then mental transmutation must be the art of changing the conditions of the universe along the lines of matter, force, and mind. So mental transmutation is really the magic that ancient writers discussed in their mystical works, and about which they gave so few practical instructions. If everything is mental, then transmutation can not only change conditions ordinarily thought of as mental, but also material conditions. The universe and everything in it is continuously growing, moving, and changing. Nothing is permanent and enduring but change. The underlying power fueling this constant creation is called the All. It is all that is, and therefore infinite and eternal. The All is living mind consisting of an immortal life force and divine wisdom. The All is spirit. The All occupies every space in the universe. Spirit permeates your body, home, office, and automobile. There is no place where spirit is not. The All is not matter or mere energy, since nothing can rise higher than its source. What is higher than matter or energy that we know to exist in the universe? Life and mind in their varying degree of unfoldment. The All is infinite living mind, a term far higher than mechanical forces or matter. The All is the infinite living mind, which we call spirit. Unlike the universe, which it powers and infinitely inhabits, the All is unchangeable. Now, this paradox is reconciled through the Hermetic teaching that the universe is contained within the mind of the All. The container, or the All, is unchangeable, but what's inside this container, which is the universe, is forever changing. In the same way, the contents of your mind are always changing. You can use this principle to change anything in your life. Since you create your own universe with your mind, just like the All creates universes with its mind, you can alter its contents by changing your mind about your desires. The universe is mental, held in the mind of the All. Let's now consider the nature of the universe as a whole and in its parts. What is the universe? We have seen that there can be nothing outside of the All. Then is the universe the All? No, this cannot be, because the universe is constantly changing and in other ways does not measure up to the All. At first, the human mind might deduce that if the universe isn't the All, it must be nothing. But this is not a satisfying answer, since we are aware of the universe's existence. Then if the universe is neither the All nor nothing, what can it be? Let us examine this question. If the universe exists at all, or seems to exist, it must be the All's creation. But as something can never come from nothing, what substance did the All use to create the universe? Some philosophers believe the All created the universe from itself. But the All cannot subtract or divide itself to become an atom or earthly being. Other philosophers have jumped to the conclusion that they and the All are identical, and they shout, "I am God." This is similar to a vein declaring that it is the entire human body. But what is the universe if it's not the All separated into fragments? What else can it be? And what can it be made of? The second principle, the principle of correspondence, and the old Hermetic axiom, "as above, so below," helps us to glimpse the workings on higher planes by examining those on our own. On the material earthly plane, humans create by using outside materials. But this analogy doesn't answer our questions, since there are no materials outside of the all to be used in creating the universe. Humans also procreate their children with a portion of their own selves, but this scenario is also counter to our knowledge that the all can't transfer or subtract a portion of itself. Nor can anything add to or multiply the all. So is there a third way that humans create? Yes, they create mentally. Mental creations use no outside materials and don't involve reproducing or fragmenting oneself. And yet, each human spirit pervades their mental creations. Following the principle of correspondence, which is as above, so below, we can deduce that the all creates the universe mentally in the same manner humans create mental images. Such was the teaching of Hermes. The all can create in no other way except mentally, without either using material, and there is nothing outside of itself to use, or else reproducing itself, since 1 times 1 equals 1. Just as you may create a universe of your own in your mind, so does the all create universes in its own mentality. Your universe is the mental creation of a finite mind, whereas that of the all is the creation of an infinite. The two are similar, but infinitely different in degree. We shall examine more closely the process of creation and manifestation as we proceed. But this is the point to fix in your minds at this stage. The universe and all it contains is a mental creation of the all. The Kybalion says, "The infinite mind of the all is the womb of universes." As long as we live on the material earth plane, matter is real to us. Matter isn't less real to us just because we understand the scientific truth about atoms or the Hermetic teachings about the mental nature of the universe. We can control matter by applying higher forces. This is better than pretending that matter doesn't exist. The laws of nature are constant and we can't escape them. We can, however, overcome the laws by applying higher ones. The universe and its laws and its phenomenon are real as far as humans are concerned. The universe is also ever-changing and transitory, so it's unreal in the absolute sense. However, we must live and act as if the fleeting universe and matter were real. In the material world, mentalism, the power of your thought, is the greatest natural force. Mastery consists not in abnormal dreams, visions, and fantastic imaginings or living, but in using the higher forces against the lower, escaping the pains of the lower planes by vibrating on the higher. Remember always that transmutation, not presumptuous denial, is the weapon of the master. We do not live in a world of dreams, but in a universe which is real as far as our lives and actions are concerned. Our business in the universe is not to deny its existence, but to live, using the laws to rise from lower to higher, and doing the best that we can under the circumstances arising each day. There's nothing to fear, as we're all held firmly in the infinite mind of the all. There is no power outside of the all to affect us, so we can rest calm and secure. The all is spirit, the infinite living mind. The all is love. The all is infinite, everywhere, and omnipresent. The all is within every situation in my life. Therefore, love and infinite wisdom are within every situation in my life. The all is within all of my relationships. Therefore, love and divine wisdom guides, supports, and heals all of my relationships. Right this very moment, I am completely and safely held within the all's divine and loving mind of infinite wisdom. The all is in charge, and I know deep within my heart that all is well this moment and in all moments to come. The second sacred secret is the principle of correspondence, which refers to the three levels or planes of existence, which are physical, mental, and spiritual. Each plane vibrates at different rates, and these vibrational differences are the only distinguishing factors between planes. Otherwise, all three planes are aspects of the all. The higher spiritual planes vibrate the fastest, and the lower material planes vibrate the slowest, which is why matter appears dense and solid. According to the principle of correspondence, which embodies the truth, as above, so below, as below, so above, all of the 7 Hermetic principles are in full operation on every plane of existence. There is a correspondence, a harmony, and agreement between the planes. As above, so below. As below, so above. This centuries-old Hermetic axiom embodies one of the greatest principles of universal phenomena. As we consider the remaining principles, we will clearly see the truth within the principle of correspondence. I know that divine wisdom and love are the highest power in the universe. They are so completely orderly and always in operation. Just as divine spirit is constantly illuminating, so is everything on the earth plane in divine and perfect order. The more that I see the divine order operating within every situation, the more that I experience divine order. I now lift my thoughts and emotions to this sure and certain knowledge, and I experience wonderful solutions and situations in every aspect of my life. The third sacred secret is the principle of vibration. Everything constantly moves and never rests. Vibration is what distinguishes and differentiates the planes of correspondence discussed in the principle of correspondence. The all vibrates at a constant and steady high rate. The slowest vibratory rates are found in matter. The other planes of correspondence vibrate at rates in between these two extremes. The material plane is composed of vibrating atoms. If a material object was spun around or vibrated fast enough, the human senses could no longer see or hear the object. The object would leave the material plane and move upward in frequency to the mental and spiritual planes. Similarly, you can raise the vibration of objects and thoughts to move them to higher planes of existence. Each thought, emotion, or mental state vibrates at different frequencies, much like musical notes. Just as you can deliberately play a specific musical note, so can you choose to deliberately hold specifically high vibrating thoughts, emotions, and mental states. Every thought, emotion, and desire vibrates and attracts experiences of matching vibrations. If you'd like to attract better experiences, you must elevate your thoughts and emotions. The principle of vibration explains that you can polarize your mind at any vibrational degree that you wish, and so gain perfect control over your mental states, moods, and experiences. A portion of your thought vibrations affects the minds of other people. It's a phenomenon we call induction or telepathy. You can deliberately uplift the vibrations of those around you by elevating and radiating your positive thoughts. You can also change the vibrations of material objects to attract them into your life, or to fix broken items or release anything that's unwanted. Those who study and practice the principles of vibration are using a higher law than physical laws, therefore seeming to defy gravity, time, and space to accomplish miracles. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. Motion is manifest in everything in the universe. Nothing is at rest. Everything moves, vibrates, and circles. Daily life provides concrete examples of the effects of increased vibrations. As musical notes get higher in pitch, their vibrational rate increases. Eventually, the notes and vibrations are so high that they are imperceptible. Colors are another example. Red is the lowest vibrational color that the human eye can see, and violet is at the top of the spectrum. There are even higher notes, colors, and energies that are beyond human perception. Just as a musical note may be reproduced by causing an instrument to vibrate at a certain rate, so can mental states be reproduced at will. In other words, you can control your mental state and lift your vibrations to any level you choose. Every thought, emotion, reason, will, desire, or mental state is accompanied by vibrations, a portion of which affects the minds of other people through induction. This produces telepathy and other forms of psychic phenomena and mental influence. With a little reflection, you'll see that the principle of vibration underlies the wonderful phenomena and power manifested by masters and adepts who set aside natural laws. In reality, they are simply using one law against another to accomplish their results. They have learned to change the vibrations of material objects and other forms of energy and perform miracles. Remember the Hermetic axiom: he who understands the principle of vibration has grasped the scepter of power. I now choose a wonderful life for myself. The more that I allow myself to receive, the more that I have available to give to others. I lift up my thoughts and feelings to the highest vibrations. My uplifted thoughts and feelings inspire, strengthen, and heal others. I now choose to see, know, hear, and feel the light and love within myself, everyone else, and every situation. I am strong, focused, and uplifted now. The fourth sacred secret is the principle of polarity. The principle of polarity could also be called the principle of practicality, since it offers a profoundly practical tool for living, manifesting, healing, and practicing divine magic. The first three principles have discussed how the material, mental, and spiritual planes are from the same energy which the Hermetics call the All. The differences in planes are purely because they vibrate at differing rates. The fourth principle states that everything has two polarities or extremes. These seeming opposites are part of the same pole, and they're just situated at different ends. For example, hot and cold are extremes of the pole called temperature. The Kybalion says the difference between things diametrically opposed to each other is merely a matter of degree. In between the two polarities of hot and cold are countless degrees of warmth and coolness. It's the same way with every apparent opposite: hard and soft, noisy and quiet, light and dark, good and bad, love and fear. When you find one thing, you'll also find the potential for its opposite. The principle of polarity empowers you to transmute any undesirable situation to the other end of the pole and manifest a desirable situation. If something undesirable is present in your life, it means that its opposite is also present. This principle works by lifting your mental vibrations to a higher level to banish the undesirable and attract the desirable. Let's use the example of money. One end of the money pole is prosperity, where you have as much money as you could possibly desire. Poor is at the other end, where there isn't enough money to meet your needs. In between these two extremes are countless financial situations in between poor and prosperity. If you worry about money or complain that you don't have enough, your thoughts are toward the poor end of the pole. Consequently, that's what you'll attract. Even if you don't seem to have money right now, you can use the principle of polarity to improve your financial situation. Imagine a lever sliding up and down the money pole. To attract more money, you can adjust your vibration upward by visualizing that the lever is at the highest possible location along the pole. Since this pole is in your mind, it's your creation. Therefore, it's your personal money pole. Even if you're worried about money, you can mentally will the lever to move up higher. That visualization can immediately attract windfalls of prosperity, provided that you monitor the lever's position to ensure that it stays at the upper ends of the pole. If you have difficulty imagining prosperity, then mentally push the lever on the money pole to the highest position that you can imagine manifesting in reality. There's no point in asking you to visualize something that you can't accept as a real possibility. Yet any improvement in elevating your lever up the money pole will have a positive effect on your finances. This is true even if you can only imagine pushing your lever up one notch above its current position. Keep monitoring the money pole and push the lever up as high as you feel comfortable. The minute that you believe that prosperity is possible, you'll allow the lever to reach the top of the pole. Of course, you can also imagine a pole that controls your beliefs about money and any other life area. Keep your levers high atop these poles to release old, limiting beliefs about money, love, and such. Everything that you desire has a pole assigned to it, whether it's health, a happy marriage, inner peace, or any other topic. Imagine this whole series of poles with sliding levers similar to a sound mixing board in a recording studio or like an airplane's control panel. Each of those levers controls your finances, relationships, health, and other life areas. Take a moment to visualize your inner control panel. Where are the levers positioned along the poles? To improve any situation, mentally move the lever higher up the pole, and to the top, ideally. Check your poles regularly, or if you feel upset, to ensure that they haven't slid downward. This gives a whole new meaning to staying on top. For instance, let's say that you've quarreled with a loved one and you want a peaceful resolution. First, visualize a pole governing your relationship with this person. Mentally move the lever alongside the pole to the top position of peaceful relationship with the name of the person. Every time you think about this person, check to make sure that the lever is still at the top of the pole. Use this same mental imagery as frequently as possible for other areas of your life. The result is pure divine magic. The Kybalion says, everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. This great Hermetic principle enables us to better understand our own mental states and those of other people. We see that these states are all matters of degree and that we can raise or lower the vibration at will to change our mental poles. We can master our mental states instead of being their servant and slave. And by this knowledge, we can aid others intelligently and positively raise their polarity. We advise all students to familiarize themselves with this principle of polarity because a correct understanding will throw light on many subjects. I now experience the wonderful joys of life in all ways. I set my mental poles at the highest positions. I clearly see, deeply feel, lovingly welcome, and completely accept now and forever into my life abundant financial prosperity, romantic bliss, complete health, spiritual connectedness, peace within and around me, wonderful relationships with my family, romantic partner, friends, work associates, neighbors, and everyone with whom I come into contact, physical safety and freedom, plenty of time for leisure, rest, play, meditation, friends, and family. Amazing dream opportunities are open to me right now. All of my heart's deepest desires now manifest for me in ways that far exceed my most secret hopes and dreams. The fifth sacred secret is the principle of rhythm, which ties together the principles of correspondence, vibration, and polarity. This principle states that everything moves pendulum-like up and down the poles discussed previously. The cycle of life illustrates these rhythms with birth, life, death, and rebirth. Ocean tides and seasons are other examples. The Hermeticists say that the principle of rhythm explains changes in moods, feelings, and experiences. The two ends of our personal mental plane poles are higher and lower consciousness, or the higher self and the ego. Until we become aware of the principles of polarity and rhythm, the pendulum swings back and forth between the higher and lower selves. It can feel as if we have no control over our thoughts and their resulting circumstances. The Hermeticists have learned how to neutralize this tendency by making the conscious decision to be unaffected by the pendulum swings of life. The Kybalion puts it this way: the Hermetic master or advanced student polarizes himself at the desired pole, and by a process akin to refusing to participate in the backward swing, or, if you prefer, a denial of its influence over him, he stands firm in his polarized position and allows the mental pendulum to swing back along the unconscious plane. Visualize the control panel previously discussed and mentally slide all the levers to their highest positions. This visualization can help you avoid the belief that bad follows good or experiencing depression following elation. If you ever become angry, discouraged, or feel bad in any way, remember to check your control panel. The principle of rhythm says that in life, you'll experience changes and fluctuations. But you can be like the wise sailor who stays clear of the swinging boom mast on the ship. You don't have to be affected by life's ups and downs if you'll just keep your mental control panel levers in their highest positions continuously. Visualize a lock that holds your levers at their highest position to ensure their consistent elevation. The Kybalion says, an understanding of the workings of this principle will give one the key to the mastery of these rhythmic swings of feeling. In other words, the power of your decision can help you ride a continual tide of upward swings. I now completely allow myself to receive good graciously, knowing that it is safe for me to receive and to succeed. My joy brings healing energy to this world and lifts up the hearts of others. I now expect my life to be a constant series of blissful situations in all ways. Because this is my expectation, I consistently manifest the highest possible outcome in every situation. Life is on my side. When I win, everybody wins. The sixth sacred secret is the principle of cause and effect, which states that nothing happens by chance. Everything in the universe has an identifiable cause. When something appears to occur by chance, it means that the cause is unrecognized. Causes aren't creators of events or circumstances. They're catalysts in a long chain of them, usually driven by underlying beliefs about life and the way it is. For instance, if you believe that you won't be hired for your dream job, you'll never apply for it. Yet this belief is only one factor in a chain of causes. For instance, where did that belief come from? If you say, well, my parents modeled it for me, then there's still the question of where your parents acquired this belief, so there's no point in tracing through chains of events in search of a primary cause. The important and more helpful point is to develop an awareness of this principle in your own life. Without an awareness of cause and effect, you may be unduly influenced by external factors, such as the desires of those exerting willful force in your direction. Hermetics says that you can't change or stop the principles and laws. You can, however, use higher will to prevail against lower will. A conscious awareness of cause and effect, combined with intention and practice, helps you to rise above external influences. The Kybalion says that this conscious awareness helps us to become movers in the game of life instead of pawns, causes instead of effects. Notice any strong thoughts or feelings that you have throughout the day. These can be thoughts and feelings that seem to just pop in of their own accord, or ones that are consciously manifested. Be aware of recurring thoughts and feelings, especially those involving strong feelings. As you notice these intense thoughts and feelings, immediately visualize your mental control panel. Observe whether the pull levers have slid downward or whether they remain upward in response to your strong feelings and thoughts. Use your will to lift any levers that have slid down. The action of keeping your levers high is a cause that yields desirable effects. It is the key to divine magic. The Kybalion says, every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Chance is but a name for law not recognized. There are many planes of causation, but nothing escapes the law. Those who have learned self-mastery understand the rules of the game. They rise above the plane of material life and place themselves in touch with the higher powers of their nature. They determine their own moods, energy levels, and polarities, as well as the environment surrounding them. They become movers in the game instead of pawns, causes instead of effects. These masters don't escape the causation of the higher planes. They simply work with the higher laws and so master circumstances on the lower plane. They form a conscious part of the law instead of being its blind instruments. While they serve on the higher planes, they rule on the material plane. On the higher and lower planes, the law is always in operation. There is no such thing as chance, and everything is governed by universal law. The infinite number of laws are manifestations of the one great law, the law which is the all. No sparrow drops unnoticed by the mind of the law. There is nothing outside of law and nothing that happens contrary to it. And yet, we are not blind slaves to these laws. The Hermetic teachings are that humans may use law to overcome laws. The higher will always prevails against the lower. Because my thoughts and feelings are the causes behind every effect in my life, I now consciously commit to keeping my mental poles set at their highest possible levels. In all situations where I desire a positive outcome, I remember to mentally check in with these poles to ensure that they're constantly uplifted. I am so happy to know that I can consistently experience a steady stream of wondrous situations. My heart sings with great joy and gratitude, and so it is. The seventh sacred secret is the principle of gender. When the Hermetists use the term gender, they're referring to masculine and feminine energies that combine to create manifestations. Gender has nothing to do with physical, sexual attributes. Every person, thing, and situation has both masculine and feminine energies. A woman has inner male and female energy. Likewise with a man. It's the same male-female balance throughout life, from the tiniest atoms up to the largest mountains. Atoms have masculine and feminine energies that bond to create matter. In fact, feminine and masculine energies are always combining and catalyzing each other with resulting creations. Masculine energy sends itself outwardly into the world. Feminine energy is receptive and attracting. Outwardly projecting masculine energies are called positive, and receptive feminine energies are called negative. Now, the terms positive and negative aren't used in the usual sense of good and bad. They refer only to the direction in which energy flows, like the plus and minus signs on a battery. The principle of gender works on all three planes of correspondence: the physical, mental, and spiritual. On the mental plane, masculine energy is expressed as the conscious mind, and feminine energy is the unconscious mind. Hermetists distinguish between the me and the I within each person. Your me is a combination of your moods, mental states, habits, and body. It's your feminine energy. Your I is the being within you who can will the me to act according to its wishes, desires, and intentions. It's your masculine energy. Many identify only with their me state. They feel victimized and constricted by the me's vacillating moods. The me isn't undesirable, though. In fact, it has creative energy force within it. However, the me needs to be balanced with the I, the male and the female together, to use the creative force in consistent ways. The feminine mental principle, me energy, is receptive and generates new ideas that your masculine mental principle, I energy, puts into action. If you can detach from identifying with your me and instead identify with your I, you can then send energy and direction to the me. Your me and I will then team up to manifest the me's wonderful ideas into reality. The I is the force that makes sure that all the levers on the console are kept consistently high. Even when they slip down, the I can observe and correct this. Telepathy and other psychic phenomena can also be explained and improved through the principle of gender. Telepathy occurs when a thought is sent, which is a masculine action, by one person and then received, a feminine action, by another person. Telepathy can further be developed through practicing receptiveness, such as asking others to help you and being gracious when assistance or gifts are offered to you. Often, people who are psychically blocked and unable to see or feel angels or other psychic energies are those who are such generous givers that they rarely allow themselves to receive. This makes them unbalanced in their male energy, and so it's difficult for them to relax and become aware of the inflow of spirit. People who have competitive or high-stress jobs often get overly situated in their male energy as well. Another psychic block occurs when a person tries too hard to make a psychic vision happen. Striving is a male energy. Receptiveness, as you'll recall, is the feminine energy required to receive psychic impressions. So, too much male energy can block you from receiving spiritual messages. An imbalance of too much feminine energy is equally unhealthy, often resulting in a passive personality who merely observes life rather than having or expressing original thoughts and ideas. Balanced energy is the healthiest, both for psychic development and also for practicing divine magic. The Kybalion says, gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender manifests on all planes. I have masculine and feminine energy within myself, and I endeavor to keep both energies activated and balanced. To do this, I practice daily giving and receiving. I set my intentions to be divinely guided in giving and receiving on a daily basis. The more that I give, the stronger my male energies grow. The more that I receive, the stronger my feminine energies grow. As both energies are strengthened, so are my powers of divine magic. I am a powerful giver and receiver now. I balance all of my giving with receiving daily. I embrace my indwelling divine masculine and feminine spiritual energy, and I give thanks for the gifts that my balanced energies bring to me. These 7 principles help to chart the territories of emotions, health, and materiality. The more that you study these principles, the more that you'll see examples of them in everyday situations. That's when Hermetics begins to make sense and become incorporated into your life. As lofty as the Kybalion's discussions sound, they really are down to earth. Hermetics shares the good news that your life can be filled with all things that are desirable. Your moods and energy levels can be consistently elevated, and you have all of the means to live a creative and prosperous life. Since everything in your life is a product of your mind, you can use the tools of Hermetics to make any desired alterations. For instance, anytime you experience an upsetting situation, remember that if the negative is present, so must the positive or desirable outcome also be present. Mentally check your mental control panel on the pole governing the situation. Push the levers all the way to the top or as high as your beliefs will allow. This is a visual representation of the Hermetic law of neutralization, which says that you can use your will to decide against being pulled downward in your moods, energy, or situations. When your thoughts are elevated, you attract and manifest more desirable outcomes. Keep monitoring the poles to ensure that the levers on every area of your life stay high. This will help you to transmute undesirable situations into desirable situations without strain. And what about the angels, archangels, goddesses, ascended masters, and other spiritual helpers? As the Kybalion, my own books, and many people's experiences attest, these celestial spirits are very involved in our lives. They live on the 3rd plane of spirit, but they interact with both the physical and the mental planes. Because they vibrate at a higher frequency than matter or mind, the angelic and ascended master realms can help to elevate us. Just by thinking about angels and divinities, your thoughts are raised to a higher frequency. You can also ask these beings to assist you in keeping the levers high on your mental control panel. In addition, the Hermetic principle of gender can help you to generate new ideas and then put them into action. This principle can help you overcome self-doubt or procrastination tendencies. Your inner feminine energy is receptive and eternally patient, which is why she sometimes appears passive and unmotivated. Like a satellite dish receiver, she's also tapped into the collective unconscious, which is the generator of wonderful new ideas, innovations, and inspirations. So your inner female is similar to a sensitive and creative artist who has wonderful ideas, but is too insecure or confused to act upon them. Your inner masculine energy loves taking action. His energy is giving and enthusiastic, which is why he sometimes feels pushy or domineering. He's all action without the inspiration. Living in either energy too much creates unhealthy imbalances. Yet imagine if your inner sensitive female artist, with all of her wonderful ideas, would work as a teammate with the inner male. It'd be like the artist and the manager, talent agent, producer working together as an unstoppably successful team. Your feminine energy receives divinely inspired ideas, which the masculine energy then acts upon. Your inner male breathes life or spirit into the body of the female's ideas. The rhythm of the masculine and feminine is natural, unless it's blocked by fear or negative experiences or judgments about one gender. One way to experience consistently balanced masculine and feminine energies is to engage in giving and receiving daily, Each day, give something like time, money, friendly words, and so on, without any attachment to receiving praise, rewards, or gratitude from the recipients. This will engage your masculine energy in a healthy way. Also, make it a daily habit to receive, to keep your feminine energy alive and awakened. Be a gracious receiver who says thank you without apology or guilt to gifts that are offered. Your inner female is quietly receptive to the whispers of divinely inspired ideas. Her teammate, the inner male, is poised to lovingly put these ideas into action. This is the inner mystical marriage that sages have always discussed. This is the spark of divine magic. You are both high priest and high priestess, wizard and sorceress. You have the power right now to effect great miracles in your life and in those around you. You are forever a divine magician, and with the help of the 7 Hermetic principles, may you forever enjoy the fruits of these gifts.
This has been a Hay House audio production. If you would like a free catalog of books and videos offered by Hay House, please call us at 1-800-654-5126 or visit www.hayhouse.com.
Thank you for listening. If you've made it this far, of course, I'm going to give this book a 5 out of 5 for its timeless principles. Everyone should have been taught this in school. Again, it's timeless and we can all benefit from it. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this. Talk to you later. Bye.